welcome back to the Let's Play. Last we left off, people were being stupid and not realizing that there was food right in front of them. People were ignoring harvesting orders, and we were attempting to make a very ugly bridge. So, last episode was kind of short. I hope to make up for it with this. Let's go ahead, let's get the game unpaused, and let's throw a couple more little orders out for the bridge. Maybe just two. And everyone is just hauling ass down. Oh, you're not anymore. Well, you guys suck. Now, when I was talking about the dungeons last episode, this is something that I haven't seen in a lot of Let's Plays simply because most people don't survive that long. Again, on my personal file, I've actually made it far enough to get into dungeons, and there's some pretty scary stuff. Since this is an alpha, not everything has animations. I mean, we're lucky that the villagers have animations, but the spiders, they don't really move properly, and I will tell you, it is an eerie sight. It's eerier than this music, which sounds like it's out of Deliverance's, nicer cousins movie, but what I was thinking is if we can actually get a bridge over here, we'll have access to all these animals. And as you notice here, an awful lot more grassland. We could actually make like a hyper-productive cow farm over there. Right over here. Well, not on the stone, over here. Could have like 80 cow farms, something like that. But okay, that's a little exaggerative, but only a little bit. You need a lot of food. I've actually had a town get up to a population of around 40, and it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I have 30 cow farms. Why is this actually being a problem? Why aren't people getting enough to eat? It's because of time management generally. When this is not set up right, you're kind of screwed. I didn't realize that this was tilling and chopping, even though it's obviously plainly labeled right there. That's what I get for not reading. So let's get... Actually, I figure if I do this, I'll waste less stone. Just maybe do two at a time. I could always turn the underneath kind of into down here into like a barracks. Just add a bunch of personal rooms. I've seen that be kind of a fan favorite. I know I use that term a lot, but hey, if we're getting Sips as a hero and we're getting Punching Wood as a hero, I think fan favorites are definitely something that come up a lot in this series. At least it seems like it. I think that's really cool. Kind of elevate, like the notched pickaxe in Skyrim. Just kind of a in-joke, a wink-wink type moment. I remember finding where it was talking about, you don't want to be a loser hero, and I believe it was Donkey Kong Country, and it was showing stuff like, Sonic shoes and stuff like that, and it's like, nice one, Nintendo! Just little Easter eggs like that, and I haven't really found anything cool in this one, but that's because it's an alpha and they haven't had time to put anything in. I mean, there's still like the "Now my Pop Pack" reference from South Park. There's, if you actually go over to the utilities, Pills here! Because everyone feels obligated to reference Left 4 Dead, apparently. Don't get me wrong, love it, but there does come a time where maybe we need to stop saying pills here. It wasn't that great of a joke. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just biased. Well, I've realized now that this has actually been a very unproductive episode. Or unproductive, whatever the... I am an English major. Why do I not know that? Jocelyn, and then... Margaret. Margaret, let's get you... Bone helmet. Very nice. And let's get you the wooden breastplate. Let's get you... Which one's the... this one's better. Get you the better of the two spears. And who are you over here? Let's give one of the Ulrichs the crappy stone spear. That... Because I don't know about you, but Margaret has kind of been... what's Sips say? She's a beast, I think is the joke he makes. It's not really a joke, but... she's kind of been pulling an awful lot of the stuff, and I don't know, the bone helmet, the first bone helmet seems to be kind of a status symbol. I don't know. It's... wow. Fantastic, we've chopped down trees and made a tiny bit of progress on the bridge. No, you know what? I'm gonna keep this one going until we finish this damn bridge. Start quoting Samuel L. Jackson here at this point. Enough of these... mothers... I can't even pretend to quote Samuel L. Jackson. I actually saw something really funny once. Somebody was talking about how you could take Samuel L. Jackson's voice and add it to anything, and it would immediately make it better. And you know what? I'm almost inclined to agree to that. That actually sounds... Margaret, you get back here. Sorry to pause again, but no. You are getting your awesome bone boots. There we go. Oh, not again. Like, imagine, I don't know how many of you guys have played Portal, but imagine Portal and GLaDOS is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. You cannot tell me that that would not make the most amazing game. Okay, let's do Legend of Zelda, and you get Link voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. That would just be infinitely more hilarious. What's a game that wouldn't be... I don't know. Let's not put them in Skyrim. It's bad enough they put the Space Cores. But spoilers! Valve apparently made a mod for Skyrim that puts the Space Core in your game. And I don't know how many of you people have actually played Portal 2, but it's actually a really impressive game, just storytelling-wise. That's what gets me into games more than gameplay even, is story. And the Portal series definitely delivers on that. But back to the Space Core, basically, probably one of the most stealingest, showingest things from that game. Just absolutely hilarious. And I thought it was really cool that they decided to kind of team up on that just to celebrate it being on Steam Workshop, but I won't be downloading that. That's not lore friendly. That's what they call it, right? Lore friendly. Well, I'm playing Towns and I'm talking about Skyrim. That's... I don't know, is tacky the word? There's not much story to Towns yet, is there? I mean, you can make one if you want. They say, you know, something about a king and a... oh, well, you know, it's a video game, don't mind it, or something like that. It's kind of something that they just kind of throw off. They don't want to really think about it. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to think of your own story for stuff like that. I mean, we could come up with something. I'm sure we could come up with something. Margaret, the brave leader of these people, just decided, you know, we're being oppressed here, and all of our neighbors are jerkwads. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go found our own town, and there's this magical place where there's supposedly, you know, loads of treasure and adventure. So I was like, yeah, Margaret, that sounds like a great idea. And so we all pack up and we go out here, and wouldn't you know it, there is, pardon my French, jack shit out here. And so now everybody has to fight to survive because Margaret was not happy living oppressed in whatever kingdom these guys came from. Let's make that the town story. That'll work. I mean, that's as good as we're gonna get. Ooh, maybe the place where they were oppressed was Sipsville, you know, or some other Let's Players. I mean, they could do a lot with this. They could make this game really hilarious if they want. It's already hilarious, though. The worst enemy you fight at the start of the game is generally giant frogs with spears that are, like, walking on 2 feet. The game's already hilarious. I don't even need to add anything to it. Woo! Villagers getting decked out in nice armor. So I think this is actually where we'll leave it off. With the bridge only one step away from being completed. Everyone getting decked out in armor. Starting up the wheat fields. Me apparently having an unhealthy amount of information about and things like that, but I'll see you guys next time.